I think, for example, one of the steps that I would advise for people to become regular in the prayer or namaz is to start off becoming regular in one prayer. Pick up just one prayer, the easiest one that you find, maybe a Fajr, maybe Zohar, maybe Asr. So just pick up one prayer and try to offer that prayer for the next 6 months or next 5 months. And when you do so, also try to understand what you're saying in the prayer. Because you see, unless you understand the conversation that you're having with God, you'll just get bored because you'll just be certain words that are coming out of your mouth and they are not going to affect you. So you have to realize that a prayer is not an end in itself, it's a means to an end. You have to achieve a certain objective, and that can only be achieved if you know what you're talking about. So the second thing is that if you start off with one prayer, you should try to find out. And there are so many, books, websites, etc., which very simply tell you what the meaning of the prayer is or what the utterances mean. The second thing is that there are instances in the prayer which can be uttered in your own language as well. So there are just 5 areas in the prayer that must be uttered in Arabic, and the rest, I will just presently describe you those areas. And the rest are areas in which you can talk to God in your own language, in Urdu, in Farsi, in English, whatever language you have within the prayer, not outside the prayer. So the 5 instances which are to be said in Arabic. The first is to say Allahu Akbar in Arabic. Whenever you say Allahu Akbar in the prayer, it has to be in Arabic. The second is Surah Fatiha. That has to be in Arabic. The third is when you read the Quran after Surah Fatiha. That has to be in Arabic. And the fourth is Sami Allahu liman hamida. And the fifth is Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. These are the only areas of the prayer that they have to be said in Arabic. Other than that, all other areas, for example, the whole of At-Tahiyyat, when you are prostrating, when you are kneeling, when you are sitting between two prostrations, when you have just started the prayer, when you say Subhanakallahumma, all these instances are instances in which the Prophet has told us that you can express any dua, you can make any point of glorification for the Almighty, and you can thank God in that instance. So within the prayer, you can make dua. Within the prayer, you can say your tasbihat. Within the prayer, you can express gratitude to God. At all these instances, in your own language. For example, when you are sitting in a tahiyyat, you can pray to God in your Urdu language, in your English language. And this is something which will make the prayer even more interesting because now you are able to connect to God even more strongly, isn't it? I mean, when you tell your child that, okay, you need to start off with one prayer, you understand these 5 instances which are to be said in Arabic, which are very brief, and the rest you can, whatever comes to your mind, you can talk to God. So I think this is how you can inspire your young children and your own self, our own selves also. We need to be regular as well. And then also another thing is that the important thing is that start off with the farz only. I mean, instead of also adding the nafils and the sunnahs to your prayer. So this is the bare minimum with which you can start. One prayer, just the farz, understand what you're saying in the prayer, and add the English or the Urdu part that you would adopt to talk to God within the prayer. So, for example, when you say salam and then you pick up your hands and pray to the Almighty, that is not even needed. Maybe, okay, you can do so later on. Otherwise, whatever you say to God after your prayer can be said within the prayer in your own language.